Hi, my name is Frank Rill. I'm interviewing Team Fury. First question, Leon Lovell asks, "Hi there, Peter. I think you're doing a great job with the lads. Tyson's twice the man. Since you've been working with him, nice and lean, twice as mean. When you're back in the UK, should you ever need an experienced man on the pads for Tyson, drop us an email. I'm only 90 miles from you. All the best on the fight night." How was that?
Question, or is that a compliment?
That was a compliment.
Oh, great. Thank you, Leon. Very kind of you. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing with the pads, so I'll employ you when I'm back.
Yeah, we could do a new pad man as Peter's dog shit, so yeah. Thank you, James.
Alright, okay. Next one is
Next one.
Kyle Oldroyd asks, "Hello, Peter. Would just like to say you have done a fantastic job with Tyson. You've got him in fantastic shape. Do you think either of the Klitschkos will ever have the balls to get in the ring with him?"
Get politics out of the way and we're soon going to see, because we went for mandatory position, so after that we'll have a look and see what they want to do, but if they don't retire then they've got no option once he's mandatory number one, and that's why we're going for mandatory number one, so we don't get avoided.
Alright.
Let's elaborate on that.
Yep. I feel at the moment as between two Klitschkos and I can't get no titles because they're sandwiching me up.
Alright.
Okay.
Next question. Or
Yeah.
yeah? Next question's from Olivia Jeffrey.
Okay, Olivia.
"Hi,
Hi.
Peter. I'm a
Hi,
big
Olivia.
fan of Tyson, and I love watching his matches. How does it feel seeing Tyson and Hughie where they are now in their fighting career, and knowing that you've had a massive input in making them the boxers they are today?"
Good question, Olivia.
Who's best to answer that one?
You, Peter.
Good question. Don't really know. Any ideas?
Yeah, I always have an idea. It's one of those things. I think Pete's doing an absolutely fabulous job. Ever since he's been involved in mine and Hughie's careers, that's taken off. So we owe him big time.
Yeah, because we wouldn't be here today without him.
No.
He's gotten where we are today, so.
So just all of your purses for the next 10 years will do. Okay, but thanks very much.
Next question. I thank you, Olivia.
Phil Barnard asks, "Hello, Peter pal. Phil here. How do you motivate the lads so well? And what is the most satisfying feeling you get as the top dog behind Team Fury?"
Apart from slapping us on the with the pad.
A lot of enjoyment from it. That's the main thing. And we all enjoy what we do. We're passionate about it. So everybody has a good time. It's hard work, it's blood and guts, but we all seem to know what we're doing. We don't have to speak about it. We don't have to give no false motivation, because we wake up every morning and do it. Sorry, what's his name?
His name was Phil Barnard.
Good question, Phil. Thanks very much.
Alright, the next question is from Brian Murphy. And he asks, he says, "Hey Pete, I saw Tyson fight in Dublin and Belfast. Any plans to bring Tyson and Hughie back to Dublin? Bringing world title fights back to Dublin?"
Yeah, we'd like to bring a world title fight to Dublin. It'd be very nice. And maybe, maybe one day, sooner rather than later, that's a possibility.
Croke Park, here we come, baby.
And Unsworth asks, "Alright Peter, I was wondering with Tyson breaking his hand in the past, do you have to do anything different with Tyson than you would do with Hughie when you're in camp? Good luck for the future, mate. Top bloke."
Yeah, thanks very much. What are we asking you about the hand, or
Yeah.
Hands. Did they do anything different with mine to Hughie's?
what, wrapping them or something?
See, anti-Unsworth, here's what we do. What we do is, lately I've not had any problems with the breaking the hands, because what we've been doing is we do 10 minutes a day in used motor oil. Yeah, like this. And then we do like 10 minutes in the sand, punching the sand in the bucket.
Yeah.
And then that seems to keep my hands nice and supple, as you can see. Penis fingers. So there you go, Auntie Unsworth. Peace out.
Please, yeah. No, his hands are perfectly okay. So he had a few problems years ago, but he's been to the doctors, sorted them all out, so it's not a problem for us anymore. So we just train as normal. We don't think about the hands or anything else.
And the most important thing is that I keep them well wrapped and well looked after at the underpants.
Right. Next question is Jimmy Hayes, and he's asking,
Hey, Jimmy.
hello Peter, does the team find it difficult being away from home for long periods? Having camp in Holland, Belgium, Italy and Canada must be hard to find sparring for the lads. Also, can we look forward to Tyson fighting in Manchester? Hope all's well, Jimmy.
Yeah, that'd be nice, Jimmy, after being so long away, but we're taking things on the road and getting all the main fights for the experience as well. And of course we miss the family. It'd be nice to see him again, but this is boxing, this is part of the job. So we're just getting on with it. But yeah, it'd be good to come back and fight again in England.
Definitely, we miss home, and we've even made a little song up about it, Hughie, haven't we?
What was that?
About missing home.
Go on, let's hear it.
Oh, Manchester girls say what? Oh, Manchester lads say, oh, he's a straight up money man. Of course. Gradually. Ten forwards, in a straight line. Thanks, Jimmy.
Alright.
Next question.
Danny McIntosh asks, if Tyson got handed a world title fight, but the opponent was Hughie, which corner would you do, if any at all?
There's a question to ask. Never happened, would it?
They'd have to get past me and the dad first. They'd have to get past me and my brother first, and they wouldn't want to do that, so that's impossible. Next question.
Scott Powell asks, hey Peter, Scott from the Way here. We're big fans of Tyson. He recently used a track of ours on his website behind footage of him and his fights. Looked and sounded great, and we have had great feedback since the video went live. We'd love to know if he'd like to walk out to the track at his next big fight.
Well, you know, we did authorise it going on the video. We've seen it, and it's a good song, good video, and we enjoyed it. We've definitely got some talent there. But as of Tyson's for next appearances, I think he's all booked up or all shook up, maybe.
Getting straight to the point. You know, long way off, boys. No, I would have played it for this fight, but there's always a but, isn't there? We have actually booked an Elvis Presley to sing me out, so unfortunately, you're gonna have to be the next rock band to do it. So keep working, boys. Johnny Cash your ass or something. I don't know.
Alright.
Next question.
Next question's Joey Ward, and he asks, hi Peter, I wanted to ask, who do you think is the stronger fighter, Hughie or Tyson?
We don't know.
Well, one's an 18-year-old kid just starting out, the other one's 24 on the verge of a world title. They're both big lads, can both bang it hard. So any heavyweight can punch. It's what they do with that power, what counts. So every heavyweight's got the same amount of power really, whether they can bang or not, so they can all bang.
It's a bit of a fucking stupid question, Jimmy. Where the fuck's this one coming from, mate? 24, 18. What about you when you were 24, mate? Could you beat an 18-year-old?
Oh.
It's a nice passport photo, Jimmy. Nice little photo.
Oh dear me, this is going totally wrong.
It's a comedy show.
Okay.
Okay. Dirk Stahl asks, Hi Peter, do you train a lot with kickboxing champion Albert the Hurricane Kraus? He learned a lot off of you. Can you learn off him?
Hi Derek, you okay? Yeah, I know him. He's from Holland. Yeah, it's been great working with Albert. He's a talented fighter. But obviously I know nothing about kickboxing. That's Dennis Crowell's perfection. And I'm just a boxing man. But he's got a lot of talent, and I hear that Albert's going into the boxing. He's going to have a few fights. So
Yeah, he's a talented kid. And a nice lad as well.
yeah, so watch out for Albert Kraus, because he's got major things for boxing. And please God, he does enter it, because he's definitely one the fans will enjoy to watch, because it's all action.
And another thing that I'm definitely going to learn, what Albert's done, is 5 times world champion, baby. 5 times.
I thought it was 8.
Well, 8 then. Well,
6 or 7, between 6 and
between 5 and 8.
world champion. So congratulations to Albert, top fella.
Congratulations, Albert. Albert.
Yeah, I was.
Next question.
Next question is Verity, by the way. Hi Peter, what has been the proudest moment of your career so far? As always, thank you for your time and God bless.
Hi, babe.
Hi Verity, she's one of our top fans, you know. And
Team Fury. All the way, baby.
yeah, definitely. Just run the question past me again. I'm getting amnesia.
What was the proudest moment?
Oh, the proudest moment. Proudest moment is when we always step in the ring and victorious at the end. And all the hard work pays off. And that's what we're looking at. That's the highlight of it, really. It's what you achieve, and it all works out.
Ready for the next question?
Yeah.
That's my friend from Ajax, Brandon Cook. Says, hey Peter, just like to know how the training camp is going in Ottawa rather than back home. You have to make lots of changes? Also, Frankie trains with me back in Ajax, and sounds like guys don't last as long as he has, so wondering if he's doing well with the big boys. Best of luck, April 20th, and I will be there ringside to watch. All the best, Brandon the Bad Boy Cook.
Bad boys in the house, baby.
Yeah, well, consider Frankie's interviewing us, so he seems to be doing quite well, don't you?
Except for my reading skills, because I'm kind of punchy, I guess.
No, everything's been going well in Ottawa. We've had a great reception. Training camp's been good. Eric, final round for the top gym. We've had some good sparring partners,
Bit
including
of a
Frankie.
knobhead, though.
Okay, and everything's been going great. You know, it's been like I said, there is no excuses. Everything's planned out in advance. We always have a good training camp. So it's all good, and see you at the fight.
Good luck.
Alright, the next question is from Dan Kalman.
Hey, Dan.
Hello Peter, it's Dan Kalman here. Just wanted to know how old was Tyson when you realized he had the talent to go all the way to the top and be a potential world champion?
24.
Hi Dan, it's from being a young kid really, from like being 13, 14, watching him training with his dad. You know, used to go to the gyms and that, just watching him on the amateurs, hitting the bags and everything. You know, the talent's always been there, because obviously we know boxing, so he's always had the talent. But from a young age, from being schoolboy age, 13, 14.
Next question.
James Holdcroft asks, hi Peter, I'd firstly like to comment on how much Tyson has changed for the better since you took over. His style and technical ability and body has transformed to the next level, and that is all down to you. But my question is, what gives you the drive every day and what keeps you motivated? Thank you, and God bless you and your family.
Yeah, God bless you. The motivation, it's a family thing, you know. We're out to achieve what a lot of people can't do. This is heavyweight boxing, and just to achieve great things and do it as a family unit is something special to us. We're all singing off the same hymn sheet. We all want the same thing. So it's very good and inspirational for me. And inspirational to
all of us, yeah.
to all of us. So it's a great thing, and long may it continue.
Alright, the next question's from Ronnie Harris. Is Tyson looking at fighting for the title? It's got to be this year, surely.
Well, yeah, you know, we've heard there's loads of different rumours coming about. He could fight for the win of Ariola v Stuyven after this fight. We could get Pulev, which we're down to fight Pulev because we've got something invited from the IBF. So because he's at the number 2 ranking, the winner of this fight. So you know, we're not too far away. So a world title should definitely be by the end of the year. If not, negotiations started for it with a date early next year.
Alright, the next question is from Zido. And it is, when will you buy a better camera for recording those sexy men in training? Just kidding. What's the next move on Tyson? They're talking that Pulev may be fighting Hay in June. So who is the next possible opponent but Pulev?
Well, I think now we know that Hay's fighting
Char.
Shah. So that's out the window. So it's looking like the winner of this will fight Pulev. And if not, it's probably Ariola v the winner of that fight, Ariola Stuyven. So that's where we are. But we're not looking past this fight at the moment. This is a concentration. So, but that will be the route, you know, after this fight. It'll be one of those 2 guys, I would imagine.
Okay. The next question's from Steve Huddard. Big follower of Team Fury here, Peter. How long have you been in the boxing world for? And also, if you want to expand Team Fury and have a SNC based in Greater Manchester, then I'm your man. God bless.
We've always been in boxing, involved in it, one way or another, a lifetime. From when we was kids growing up, and now it's over to these. So it's always been a part of the family history, boxing. And yeah, when we're back in Manchester, it's always good to meet the people and listen to new ideas, see what people's got to say. And but it's a full-time job. This is not a play park. There's a lot of dedication involved. So, that's all I can say really on that one.
Alright. Oh, is the flash on?
Yeah, it's okay.
Alright, next question is from Jim Hemmings. What's been the biggest change in Tyson Fury with regards to his training now, as he rarely looks out of shape now and always razor sharp and destined for the title?
Everything's changed. His mental attitude, his training, everything. So he's a different person entirely. One was a young kid learning his trade, and now we've got a seasoned professional on a world-class level. So that's the difference.
Plus, before, I used to only have 2 wanks a day. Now Hughie's come, I have 3. I'm learning from the best. He's the world
Listen,
champion.
if he wants his fight, he can have it now.
Okay, next question.
Next one's from Ryan Barber, and he asks, what does Tyson think of the chump David Hay avoiding him? Here we go. What do you
that to
think?
me or him?
Yeah, it's to you.
To me, well, where can I start? You know, let's just start anywhere. I don't think David A wants to fight, really. I'm not bothered if he does or he doesn't. He's only a little girl anyway. There's not much I can say about David A, really. He's been a world champion and he's filled a lot of people, but can he really fight? I don't think he can. We'll see if he gets past manual chair, and hopefully we can set up a big fight in the future. Short-term future. Next question.
Next one's from Sharkane666. Peter, I have a lot of questions. However, I will start with, Do you think the Furies will ever box in Belfast again?
Yeah, you know, everything's, it just depends who we've got and what the fights are. But certainly Ireland, he'll fight again there, yeah. Don't know when.
Alright, the next one's again from Sharkane666. Hi Peter, Danny Kane here again. Hughie has entered the program at a young age for a heavyweight. Have you got your eye on Mike Tyson's record?
To be honest, a lot of that is PR. We'll just see how he goes. He's turned professional at 18 to learn his trade properly. You can't be a world-class pro fighter in months, you know. So he started at the right age. He's had a very good amateur career. He's had a good start. Now he's learning his trade in the pro rank. So as long as it takes, if he's ready, he's ready, and if he's not, he's not. It's he's not finished growing yet. So that's where we are with him. We'll have a look in 2 years when he's 20.
Alright, another
It's
one.
impossible. I could be the youngest heavyweight champion of the world. Don't ever doubt it.
Especially because I'm going to unify the division within the next year or so. So I think Hughie is going to be the youngest ever, because when I'm the undisputed heavyweight champion, I'm just going to vacate one of the belts and Hughie can fight some bum for it.
Well,
Beat
thank
your
you,
ass, Mike
actually.
Tyson. That's his brains will go wrong, bitches.
Next one,
Yeah, Fury's ruling the world.
it's again from Danny
Come up
Kane.
here, Obama.
I'm a great fan of amateur boxing. Is there any of the Fury family fighting at an amateur level?
Yes, I've got an older brother, which is Phil's brothers. I'm sure that he's got how many brothers has he got?
2 brothers fight amateur level, yeah.
He's got 2 brothers fighting at amateur level, which is you know, one's called Hughie, same as this Hughie,
One's called Walter.
and one's called Walter. And
You've also got the other little you, haven't you?
and we've got little Hughie, who looks like getting married at 17, and he may box again when he finds out his wife wants to go to the shop, gets a handbag. So we might see him later on,
Maybe.
maybe.
As a pro.
Possibly.
When his funds run low. As a pro.
Alright, next question is from Wayne Devlin.
Hey, Wayne.
Anyway,
He's got actually a series of questions, so start with the first one. Who is the easiest to train, Tyson or Hughie?
both very easy to train, both dedicated to do exactly what they're told, and they get on with it. So everything I say just happens. There's never anybody saying I don't feel like it, don't want to do it. So very good to work with.
Next question is, would you ever train someone outside of your family?
You know, it all depends how much my time is going to be taken up, because a lot of my time and a lot of my hours is dedicated on these two. So if it meant taking me concentration and my eye off the ball from where I want to achieve with the family, then the answer would have to be no. Because unless I can give somebody all of my time and dedicate, and to be honest, I really don't think people could afford me time, because it's not about the money here with me. So it's a very time-consuming job.
But people's tried and they've not lasted. What's she saying on your t-shirts when you get Tyson?
We've had a few people come over and they have tried it. They have tried it out. But it's a very, very hard Spartan regime you've got here. So it's away from families and everything else. So it's not easy.
The saying was, Hughie, Fury's gym, where men are men and the rest don't last. Come and try.
Yeah, Frankie Will's from Germany, and that's why he keeps lasting. He keeps coming forward. It's like them Porsche cars and the Mercedes. They're built to last.
Wait,
That'd be
stand up.
Frankie. So next question.
Alright, the next one is, are there any other up-and-coming Fury fighting men we should look out for?
Well, you know, you never can tell. You know, I've got nephews and they've all got talent. They can all fight, but it's having the dedication, isn't it? So I think the only real world-class fighters we got with the total dedication, and what the real fighters in the family at the minute is Phil and these two, because they're dedicated. Next question.
When are you going to let me sing live for Tyson's ring entrance? Ha ha ha.
Well, maybe one day. You never know.
If we have it in the northwest somewhere, you'll get a call, Wayne. Don't worry. Best Sinatra in Trafford.
I've seen Wayne, yeah. He's sung to us, isn't he?
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah. He's
Alright.
a nice fellow too.
Dan Kelman asks, hello Peter, another question. What do you feel are Tyson and Hughie's best assets? What do they do best in the boxing ring?
Look good.
Well, they got the dedication. It's all about dedication and willpower, and you know, they're bred for boxing. So they live and breathe boxing. So they're dedicated, and you know, you get out what you put in. So that's it. You know, anybody that comes in these training camps and knows them knows exactly what I'm saying. You know, they're on a far, far serious level to what people think they are.
And we're good looking.
Yeah.
I feel what they
Do
can
the
do.
best.
They can definitely, well, the girls definitely
Yeah.
like them. But obviously, they keep saying no.
Because I'm married.
I must
Yes,
say now.
you are married, and he's got 2 lovely little kids, and these women need to stop chasing married men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chase
So
you.
fuck you,
Yeah,
bitches!
Speaking.
Need all come
Yes.
to me. I'm single. I'm 18.
Good.
Good looking. Tall. Tall, dark and handsome. Come and get me.
I am not interested in any women at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
Price
we
is
have.
on
it's
the book.
in my room, and it's just a
Married.
joke. That's typical. That's typical Tyson. I've got the chocolate in my room. Yeah, come and get it. Thanks. Cheers.
We stole some chocolate.
Oh, shit.
See, that's Tyson again, stealing the chocolate.
Can I show the camera?
Yeah.
Those chocolates I stole. Well, it was a joke. I was going to eat them, but then I looked at my body and I thought, no, I've got to be sensible. I'm not eating no chocolates.
Okay, where was we?
Well, you just answered, what do you
Dan
think they do best in the ring?
What?
Look good.
What does Tyson and Hughie do best in the ring?
Have I just answered that?
Yeah.
We look good.
So the next one is Paul Lee, and he's saying, hello, do the lads spar together? Is it difficult to get them to stop? Social media helps the fans get closer to the sports stars these days. Do you think that it's a good thing if used in the right way, or would you rather see it be removed?
What removed?
Twitter. Social media.
Social media. No, I think it's good for boxing. It updates the fans, you know, to on a personal level with the camp and everybody involved in it. So it's good for everybody concerned. As far as sparring goes, they spar together all the time, and it's professionalism is exactly what it is. So you know, there's no they stop when the round's over. That's it. Next question.
Next one's from Ivan. Sorry for my English. Tyson often says defiant, disrespectful while you are using the voice of reason. Do you have a conflict because of this?
This is funny.
Sorry about that. Yeah, when you get
No, that's all right. We'll just grab that real quick.
Obviously, I apologise for Tyson's behaviour.
That's
Hey,
chocolate.
what is it that you're looking for?
If you guys want chocolate, we can get you chocolate. Just that she has to do the round. She has to put it in the room. Now she has to go back, get some more, and I'll
Yeah,
do it.
it's,
It's just a waste of time for us.
It is.
What are we looking for?
Is it then?
If you don't mind.
Thank
Thank you,
very
gentlemen.
Did you want to take some now, or
No,
you
we need chocolate,
guys
we
are
need
okay?
chocolate.
much. Okay.
Alright, good. Alright,
Thank you,
just
guys.
don't want that kind of behavior.
No problem.
Yeah, no,
Apologies
sorry
and
about that anyway.
thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Okay, you say.
Alright, sorry Ivan.
Don't do it again, Sully.
Okay, USA.
This one's Ivan's second question.
Yeah.
Hughie originally planned to perform at the Olympics and only then make his debut as a pro. What was the change of plans? P.S. from Russia with love.
Change of plans is probably going abroad and getting robbed, the same way as some got robbed in London. Home decisions, and also 3.5 years to wait, and then 3.5 to 5 years to get where he needs to be in to be a world-class fighter. So 7, 8 years away. Hughie's an exceptional talent, and he'll be doing a lot within the next 3 years. And you'll see, as this time goes on, it wasn't a mistake.
Also,
Alright, next question's from Lewis Gavin.
Hi Lewis, hardships in my life, you ask. Well, there's been plenty, but to go on about it, I would say that they're too difficult to cope with, which they're not. They're all in the past, buried in the past. So that's that question. Most nervous things in boxing is walking up to the ring and the excitement and everything else to go with it. So, and that's it. But that's boxing. That's the main question. Next one.
Next one's from Ned Ward. Hi Peter, my name's Ned. I'm also from Manchester. I just wanted to ask how old Tyson and Hughie were when they had their first amateur bouts.
Hughie was 11 and Tyson was 16.
Next one's from Duncan McDonald. First off, fair play to Tyson for being the verge of being heavyweight champion
Thank you.
from traveling community since Jim Mace. And also respect for Team Fury for getting him there. My question is, as you're named after the governor of the heavyweights in the late 1980s, who in your opinion is the best fighter of all time?
In my opinion, the best fighter of all time. You can't really say that. You can only say the best fighter of every decade, because everybody was special in their own era. So we can't jump back 50, 100 years and say we're better than Jack Johnson, or Jack Johnson would be better than today's fighters. So you're only the best in your era. So too many to list. There's been great world champions in every era. So that's where we are with that one.
Okay, the next one's from Ross Bro. Hello Peter, I would like to congratulate you on the great job you're doing for Team Fury. I would like to ask you, is it also your job and full responsibility to devise a fight strategy, and how do you go about it? Do you sit down and watch old fights of upcoming opponents, or is it your job to get your fighters into peak physical fitness and let them decide how they think it's best to go for an opponent?
No, I can look at an opponent on a video, just watch him fight, and after a few minutes I know what he's doing, I know all of his moves and everything else, and no need to look again. So we have fight strategies. Me and Tyson, Hughie, we talk them through. We work on them in the gym, and all our strategies are our own. I devise the strategies and everything else, so everything's done by ourselves.
Okay, next one's from Russell Fury. How does David Hay feature in Tyson's future plans?
Hi Russell.
Hi Russell. How are you doing, Russell?
David Hay. Well, I hope David Hay comes back, and I hope he can get to mandatory position. And I hope it'd be a big fight between him and Tyson in the UK. And I'd like it to happen. But I wouldn't like it. It's not going to happen unless it's for a mandatory world title. Because Hay's coming back, and he's got a good fight in Emmanuel Cha, because Emmanuel Cha is very beatable, and Hay will win it. So it's a good comeback fight for him. It's nothing special. So we're already knocking on the door. So unless Hay could be a mandatory, we wouldn't be interested. But if he was, we'll take it. Next question.
And does Hughie have any plans to take the British title?
We'll just have to see. My idea for Hughie is getting him plenty of fights. You know, it doesn't mean to say because you've got a British title, the British belt's a nice thing. It doesn't mean to say you're a complete fighter. Because look how many times we see British fighters getting a British belt and going nowhere. So my idea for Hughie is to keep racking up the fights, improving his opposition, and basically looking at his learning skills. We may even skip the British and go straight through European. We may take a British and not bother with the Europeans. It's pretty irrelevant to me about belts. The only belt that matters is a world title belt. The rest of it is really stepping stones. Next one.
Alright, the next one's from Nancy Ward. Hi Peter, I'm Pa Ward's wife Nancy.
Yeah, I know who you are.
I wanted to know when you're back in England, will you be opening a new gym? As our son Patrick is only 3 years old now, but when he's older, We'd like to take him to you to train. If you're still training, that is. I expect you will be.
Well, if I'm still alive, so not so bad. Listen, I'll always give advice to people who ask me, so anything I can do to help people, I will. So it's not a problem. And your husband's doing a fantastic job on that website, Team Fury website. Very impressed. And Andy as well. Doing a good job, lads.
The next one's from Marky B UK. Hey Peter, I just wanted to say keep up the good work. It's great to see Tyson in such good shape. You really train your fighters hard and push them so much, judging by all the training videos I've seen on YouTube. I hope to see Tyson walk through Cunningham. Just a question, not sure if you will answer it. Out of Tyson and Hughie, who hits the hardest in training? Who's the bigger puncher? P.S. Keep up the hard work, lads. I will follow till the end.
Thank you very much. They both punch very hard, and they both got knockout power. But like I said in one of the earlier questions, it's not about power, it's what you do with it. And let's get back to power, what it really means. Tyson in particular can bang out anyone if he stands flat-footed and stands there. And then the public will see his power. But then there's a big danger, because
Here we go.
yeah, so when you stood there flat-footed and you're unloading this power, you take a very big risk of getting banged out yourself. So it's best to vary the power, and do what's right. Boxing is not called boxing for nothing. It's not a sweet science for nothing. Banging people out is not the issue. It's having the power when you need it and holding it in reserves. Skill is what matters in boxing, not a big knockout artist, which doesn't make it in boxing, as history tells us. So that's the issue on power. People's too excited with power these days, and that can be a lot of people's shortcomings in their career. Next question.
Next one's from Alex. Hi Peter, Tyson has shown vast technical improvements since working with you. But what areas do you feel he can still improve in? And do you feel he's ready for any heavyweight in the world? All the best, Alex.
I believe he's not only ready, that he will take the world. And these might sound bold statements to certain people, but you're going to see, we're only 10 days off another fight, you're going to see another 30% improvement again. And what you're seeing is a 24-year-old approaching 25 in August. So everything's timed right, because he's developing all the time. And he's just going to get better. His skill set, everything will just improve as now he fights up world-class opponents. Because the more the level of class opponent he gets, the better he will be. So you're going to see a steady improvement in Tyson all the time. That's boxing.
Alright, next one's from Pa Ward. Series of questions. So the first one, when did you first take up coaching?
I helped Tyson's dad in his fights years ago. I was a sparring partner for him and worked with him and got him in shape. And that was it really. And then my son, 3 or 4 years ago now, and Tyson, that's it.
Second one, have you any advice for parents who would like to follow your footsteps and train their sons and nephews to become champion boxers?
Well, don't get involved in something that you don't know anything about. But if you know about boxing and you're involved in it, then yeah, help your kids. As simple as that. Anything you can do for your children, as any parent will do, they'll help, won't they? But only get involved if you know what you're doing. Because if you don't, then you're not really helping them, are you?
Next one is, who's your biggest inspiration?
Who's my biggest inspiration?
Yeah.
The fighters themselves, Tyson, Hughie, Phil. They don't have to be world beaters, but they're world beaters for me. So, I'm proud of them. So that's where I get my inspiration to get up every morning when I don't feel like it. Yeah. When I want to go, I'll put the pillow over my face and lie there for an extra 2 days. Yeah. So that's my inspiration right there. So I'll just keep going.
Alright. A lot of people seem to think Tyson is from England. Can you explain to the fans where the Fury family are really from?
Yeah, sure. I was born in England. Tyson's born in England. Hughie's born in England. But we got Irish heritage. Originate from Galway, And the Irish is from my father's side, obviously, with the name Fury, so that's where we originate from. But my mother, her family is from London, Kent. So, you know, it's a 50-50 bloodline, isn't it? But our heritage, like I said, on my father's side is Irish.
Alright, the next one is, we seen in a video you recently filmed that Hughie expects 15 fights in the next 12 months. Is that still the case? And how many would you expect for Tyson in the same amount of time?
Well, look, as the better you get, you know, you don't get that many fights because a lot of politics get involved. But, you know, with Hughie, you know, we get the fights because, you know, what can be holding him up getting the fights? Only certain people with no money that can't put a fight on. That's not the case here because people can't put a fight on and pay for it themselves. So he will get fights. And also, it doesn't bother me to jump him on a plane, me included, Tyson as well, and go halfway around the world to Brazil or wherever and get him a fight. Because that's what I mean. We'll just go and have a fight. So that doesn't matter. They're not being, oh, we're leaving Manchester, or oh, we're leaving England. You know, we don't give a shit about that. We'll jump on a plane and fight in somebody's backyard in Indonesia. It doesn't matter. So we should get the fight because we'll work for them. Tyson, you say something then at the end.
Yeah.
James Hickman, what do you think of A coming back and a possible fight with him? We've already answered that, James, but yeah, if it's for mandatory, we'd be very interested. Hughie, how are you finding amateur to pros? Well, answer your question.
It's a completely different game altogether. Amateurs, it's like tip-tapping, it's a point game. It's a sprint for 3 rounds. Pros, you take your time, you plant your shots, and it's a completely different game altogether. And pros is much better for me, suits me better, and go a long way with it.
Okay, James is asking, James Hickman, what from the amateurs has helped you in the pros?
The experience, really, like fighting the world juniors. You fight everybody, like all different styles and everything, and just styles really being trained with the pros basically was helped me. But I've learned a lot from the amateurs as well, but mostly
It's just
advertising
counter-war.
that.
Amateur boxing's bollocks. I'll give you that information. There isn't an amateur fighter in the world that's any good. Hey! Hypocrite me! That's why they're called amateurs, because they're not professional. If you're an amateur electrician, I don't want you to come and wire my house up.
Yeah, but was
I
all
want
once
a
amateurs
pro.
on, yeah.
You're a pro now,
Yes,
so stick
I was
up
a
for the
pro.
pros.
Yeah, but you was an amateur once, though, wasn't you?
Yeah, and it was bollocks. The best thing that the amateurs learned me was how to eat cakes, biscuits and sweets. Still win fights! That's about it.
And I'd like to say to the people, thanks for your questions, and I hope we've answered them all. And you know, let's look forward to this fight. It's only a few days away now, 7 to 10 days, and we might be joking around, but the training's been serious. It's been a good camp. We've had good sparring, and the sparring partners, a lot of the sparring partners have suffered, as you well know, Frankie. Not meaning you, but you've seen how the sparring partners, what's been happening. So basically everything's on form. You know, Hughie's looking forward to his next fight at the Madison Square Garden. That's going to be good.
Yeah, can't wait.
We've got some brawler, cage fighter for Hughie. He's had 17 fights. Thinks he can headbutt a lamppost and break it in 2. Obviously, he's going to learn that MMA is not boxing, and this is a sweet science, and he will get knocked out. So, and my predictions were Tyson. Cunningham's in for a hell of a shot. Anything you want to say, boys?
Yeah. I'm going to break these size 18 shoes off in Cunningham's ass, you know, because after I've knocked him out, put my foot up his ass, wake him up again. Yeah! Then, I don't know really. It's a long, hard, windy, bendy, up and down road. We start, and let's not forget, I've only had 3 fights, so I'm still new to the pro game.
Did you say 3 fights?
3 fights, yeah, so, you know, there's a long way to go. It's going to be a long, hard road, uphill battle, because it's not just boxing, you've got the politics as well, and getting all the shit right. Make sure you're getting the right deal and no one's fucking you. So it's a hard game, the pro game. And in reality, when I said there was amateur game is bollocks, but there's a lot of politics in that as well. But sometimes, you know, it can be good because, you know, there's no fucking around. Just get in there and get your red card on. You have a little fight, and you're not really bothered because you're not getting paid anyway. But when it comes down to a business, it's more complicated. So boxing is a very, very hard sport / business, and if you don't get it right, well, you end up with a nose all over your face, no money, and you can't talk. So this is why we have Peter here, because we're obviously senseless, we're just fighters, to sort all the business out. So if anybody's out there and they feel like fucking us, well, think again, because we have him. And he's a businessman, and we're fighters. You know what they say about fighters? They're not the sharpest tool in the sheds. I can guarantee you are not. Well, then again, he's the businessman. So, you're fucked. Yeah, I was saying before I got cut off, let's talk about Hughie for a few minutes. Every day that passes, and the more time I spend with Hughie, the more I realise I can't stand him. Oh. Every day that passes and we go to the gym, you know, he's learning every day. He really is. He's coming on heaps and bounds, you know, trying different things, switching up, sparring with Kevin Johnson, Frankie Rill. He's really, really improving his game. He's only been a pro 2 minutes, and I feel as if he's already improved a hell of a lot since he's been a pro. It's just amazing to see a young lion coming up, and it gives me the ambition to be successful, so this kid can come behind me and take over what I do. And it really is like it's a good family thing. We're having a lot of fun and banter at the training camps. There's never a dull moment. You know, we've got all sorts of stuff going on. Like tonight, I stole a box of chocolates and 20 security guards come to retrieve them. I was debt collecting £1 million. But still, all fun and games. But it really is a good pleasure to be able to be in the same room as Hughie, sleep in the same room. All that stuff. And we'll not go into any more Hughie for the camera.
Get away from me.
I would really like to encourage Hughie to give us a few words to the camera, something from deep down inside of him that he would like the fans to know.
Go on, Hughie.
There's not much.
Let's hear your sensitive side, Hughie.
That's the sensitive side, Hughie. Go on.
Come on, Hughie.
Very soft. I like crying a lot. No, I just appreciate all the things what's happened to me. I'm very lucky. I'm 18 years old and I've got the best opportunity in life. And I couldn't get any better help. I've got my dad, who's helped me from the start. I've never lost a fight with my dad. And I've got Tyson, who encourages me on every day, pushes me. And what else could you ask for better than that? You've got your own family around you, pushing you every day, and you can't go wrong. Supporting you in your fights, everything. I'd like to thank them.
Good man. Good words.
Yeah, thank you, Hughie. Give you a kiss after.
Frankie, do you want to fire away them quick fires?
Yeah, sure.
State them to who you want to ask.
Alright, Tyson, what's your favorite movie?
My favourite movie, Frankie, tonight would be The Notebook. I know it's a bit girly, but it's a romantic love story, and I'm a bit of a softie for romantic love
Don't say
stories.
anything else, you've got enough women chasing you, you're getting yourself in trouble.
But I'm married.
Say something to put the women off you.
Next one's to Hughie. Hughie, what's your perfect woman look like?
Oh, she's got to be tall, around about 5'9", 5'10", darker blonde, not too well, with long hair. She's got to be very good looking, like natural features in the face, nice big chest. Nice figure on her. Yeah. Nice ass. Like.
That a question you should be going to that much detail.
No, it's good. It's good. You give the
About 5 legs. Yeah. I like a woman with 5 legs. And then yeah, nice lips as well.
Teeth.
But she's got to have white teeth and all straight teeth.
Question.
All right, Peter. What about you?
Tyson, the same question.
What's your favorite car, Peter?
What's my favourite car?
Yeah.
I'm not really that much interested. I like spacious cars, so I can sit in the back and be drove everywhere.
All right.
Doesn't happen. So that's it.
Next question. Oh, next question.
Next question. Tyson, what's your perfect woman look like?
Mine is about 5'7", blonde hair, green eyes. Name begins with a P.
This is Paris.
She's the mother of 2 kids of mine, and her name is Paris, and I love her all the world, and she's my perfect woman. When I found her, I definitely struck gold, and I did find my soulmate. Thank you, Paris. Next question.
All right. After the fight, what's your plans?
Is that question to me?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm going to stay in New York for a few days with the wife, because she's not been to New York before, and then I'm going to go home, and hopefully I'm going to take the kids to Disneyland or some sort of like fun activity resort, maybe wherever it may well be. Spend some time with me kids and that, and just enjoy my time off before I get back into training.
All right. Next one.
question.
Hughie. Hughie, who's your favorite superhero?
What's her name now? It's the Catwoman. Out of what's the film?
Batman.
No, there's another one. It's called Catwoman, the film. Have a look at it.
With Halle Berry?
That's it, Ali Berry.
Okay. That's pretty much it, guys.
Any more quick fires?
What's your favourite cake?
Yeah. What's your favorite cake, Tyson?
Mine is a festival cake or an egg custard.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about Frankie holding the phone.
Right, I'm going to do the interview. Take over, right? Come on. I've got the best questions ever. Right.
Here we go, now we're in for it.
This one's to Peter.
Yeah.
So far, Peter, you've been successful at your boxing trainer's career. What's been the most dull moment since you've been training Tyson and Hughie, and why?
There hasn't been one.
Not even when I come back 2 stone overweight for camp.
Yeah, we just have a bit of a shouting match, but it's normal.
Okay. Frankie, what's it feel like to be a part of Team Fury for the Cunningham fight in New York?
I feel honored to be part of this.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm part of Team Fury, basically. You guys have been treating me like I'm part of the family, and I get along with you guys great. Go everywhere together. It's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, likewise, it's good.
Okay.
We enjoyed it.
Hughie?
No silly question.
No silly questions, just quick fire questions. Favourite hobby?
Favourite hobby? I've got a few.
Go on, apart from wanking.
Just fuck off. Favourite boxing, obviously. That's my job anyway. But tennis,
Yeah.
like, that's it really.
Frankie, same question. Hobbies outside of boxing?
I like to go to the movies, watch some nice movies. Yeah. Spending time with my wonderful girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's basically it. I like to train, watch movies.
Okay. Peter, same?
What's the question?
What have you got any hobbies outside of boxing? Favourite things to do?
Well, after this fight, I'm going to the south of France because I love it there. Spend time with my wife and my little girl, Sissy. She's daddy's girl and she's missed. And looking forward to that. That's my hobby.
What does it feel like, Peter, to all the parents out there, watching your son fight in the ring?
Well, it's exactly the same as watching you or Hughie. There's no difference, is there?
Yeah, what does it feel like? What's going through your body? Do you feel butterflies or?
Yeah, 100% more nervous than when I used to do it myself.
Okay.
So,
Hughie,
Yeah.
what's your favourite holiday destination? And why?
Why? My best memories is on holiday, south of France,
Yeah.
because that's where I really started with training with my dad
Okay.
when I was younger. Over there, always up the stairs, everything.
Okay. Frankie, favourite sex position?
I'd have to say,
Okay, Frankie, far away. What's your favourite sex position?
just have to think about it for a second. I thought about it now, and I think I would have to say I like when I just lay back and she just rides it.
Nice, we like your style. Peter, what's it been like training in Canada, and have you had the right facilities and the right boxing programme provided?
yes, we have. It's been great here. At the Lacklini Hotel Casino, Eric, final round, good people. I'd like to give a shout out to Andy Gardner as well.
Big shout, Andy in the house.
He's an up-and-coming light heavyweight, and I see him doing good things. He's got half of a lion. We've got a good camp, you know. It's gone very well, considering we only landed here for 6 weeks, so everything's gone perfect.
Okay, Peter. Favourite celebrity woman of all times, and why?
For me, Rocco Welsh.
Good answer. Good answer, sir. Thumbs up to you. And why? Which movie?
She was in a movie with another beautiful woman, Sophie Loren.
Oh, another thumbs up.
And what was the movie called?
I think it was like 10,000 BC or something.
Yes, something like
And
that.
she wore that famous
Yeah,
outfit.
absolutely.
Definitely a stunner of a woman. And if you are watching this, Raquel.
Also, Joan Collins was a very smart woman in the day as well.
Okay. Well, Joan Collins can't be watching unless she's watching from heaven. But,
Joan Collins is still alive, is she?
is she?
Sure she is.
All right.
Who are you thinking?
I thought you was on about Elizabeth Taylor, actually.
Oh, I thought you were on Margaret Thatcher for a minute. God rest her.
Is she dead, Margaret Thatcher?
She passed away today. Yeah, God rest
Today?
her. So not nice.
Right, yeah, God rest her soul.
Yeah, exactly.
Hughie, when you die, would you like to be buried or cremated?
I want to be buried with all them.
We can't really see, but we'll try and
Do you want to
see.
zoom in? I don't bring tears.
Bring it to us. Let's...
I want every single one of them. See?
Yep, right, go on then, fuck off.
Don't forget there too.
It is. Frankie,
Yeah.
do you prefer real tits or fake tits?
I prefer real tits.
Okay. Peter, favourite chocolate bar?
Favourite chocolate bar? Well, considering I look like a chocolate bar, so I like plain chocolate and milk chocolate, any type of chocolate actually.
Favourite flavour crisps? We'll do a Q&A with Peter Fury. Crisps.
Chris, I don't really eat that many, but I'm not bothered.
What flavour?
Any.
Flavour?
I don't give a shit, any.
Any.
Sweet, plain.
What's your favourite designer make?
In what?
In anything? Clothes, shoes?
I like all kind of things. You go boss or, you know, that type of things when I'm getting dressed up and I've got the time. What else? There's loads really.
Okay,
Louis Vuitton.
okay. How does it feel when you put your sunglasses on and you're bombing through the south of France in that DBS? With all the locks flowing?
Oh, flowing. You piss taker, yeah.
Because I remember 2010, me and my dad drove over and we was looking for you and we couldn't find you, and all we saw was James Bond in this big Aston Martin with a pair of sunglasses on, bombing through the Corset. I thought, whoever's that? I've looked around and it's Peter.
Well, everything was going well until you came up. And then
All right, cheers.
and now I live in a tracksuit. I live in a tracksuit. I've got no car yet, and it's just boxing.
What does it feel like to be a jet setter? Because we know now for a number of years you've been jet setting around the world in every different country. You've done more air miles than the Concorde when it was alive.
To be honest, I don't really enjoy it anymore.
No?
No. I like to be. I like Europe. Like I said, favourite place south of France. I'm looking to live there one day. And I also like England. There's no place like home. And that's it.
Can you give us your ideal situation in the south of France then, considering you want to live there someday?
How do you mean ideal situation?
Ideal, like what would you like over there? Like to live in what? A villa, a house, apartment, trailer?
No, this is a normal way of life, apartment, and just relax with the family, and that's it. And we're going to get established there anyway because we're opening the boxing gym. We're also starting training camps there from September till the summer, and then we're back into Belgium for the summer and basically the winter in the south of France because the weather's like summer there anyway.
Okay.
Until we get settled.
What's your take on the French people?
I like the French people. I like the language. I can nearly almost speak it.
Okay.
I get on with them very well.
Would you like to give us a demo in your language speaking?
Parlez français?
Oui?
No.
That's where I've got to, so I'm nearly there.
Well, that's all we need. France.
Yeah.
For all the people who don't know, we know you are a German and you sprechen Sie Deutsch.
Natürlich spreche ich Deutsch.
Guten Abend. Guten Abend.
Guten Abend, gute Nacht.
Guten Nacht.
Tell us a bit about your career and where you're going. You're going to Salon, you said?
Yeah, well, basically...
In German, please.
Ever since I...
In German, please.
No, do it in English, so the fans...
Alright, then I'll translate it.
Okay. So basically, ever since I've been training with you guys liked me and you sent